Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. A while back, I did a video about hobbies for people who have mental illnesses, and I kind of just made my own list and just kind of went off the cuff, like I'm really good at. And just, I have laundry in the dryer, so we should be hearing her chime in any minute now. Just wanted to give you the heads up that I'm going to be frustrated. So I decided to do a little more research and see what the internet had to say. And I found 30 things that engaging in hobbies can be a powerful way to support mental health. And I printed it out. So last time I just wrote it out, and this time I printed it out so I can go by what they think. And if I have anything to add, I will. So expect that. But I decided to go from a perspective of what these so-called experts say. And I have this new little heater that just bakes me, but it's better than the way I was freezing. So I'm just going to read. I just have some papers here that I printed out that I'm going to go by, and it's 30, so I'll try to read fast, and when I read fast I fumble, but I'll still do the best I can. So away we go. Engaging in hobbies can be a powerful way to support mental health. Here are some ideas categorized by their potential benefits for people living with mental illnesses. Creative and expressive hobbies. Drawing or painting helps with self-expression and can be calming. Journaling or creative writing provides a way to process thoughts and emotions. Now, that's why I do my YouTube channel. It helps me, I don't want to say unload, but it helps me to get to express myself and to get some of that stress and frustration. You've seen me frustrated. Oh, I'm so sorry. Nothing happens until the damn camera's on. I guess that's Newton's, can't think of, it's Newton's law, I do believe. So, journaling, playing music or singing, that's one that gets me. Anytime that I just am blah, when I don't have anything especially really to do, when I'm bored, when I'm in a funk, it's music. I have a playlist on YouTube that is my go-to. It's also on my TV, on both my TVs. As a matter of fact, I wish I could get it on my Bluetooth speaker. Singing, yeah, maybe in the shower. I sing along with the songs that I'm listening to. To make it even more fun, I change the lyrics and make them more my sense of humor. And it makes me laugh. It makes David laugh if he's there. Um, Photography. That's one thing I'm really into. And I had a couple cameras and they didn't really work out. So I'm still using my webcam, but I do have a camcorder and it only records for 30 minutes. So here we go.
The dryer has finished running.
I knew I should have waited 5 more minutes. Anyway, it is what it is, and it always is. But yeah, I've been into photography since I was 6, and I used to have a really nice setup, and I had to sell it. We're not going to go into why, because it's just another story that's going to distract me from what I'm trying to accomplish right now. Photography encourages mindfulness and finding beauty in the world. Crafting, knitting, crocheting, woodworking combines creativity with a sense of accomplishment. Now, I tried crocheting. I had people show me. I watched videos. I tried and tried and tried. I can't crochet. It's so pathetic. I wanted to so bad. I wanted to make beautiful blankets. I had all these visions in my head to just fall on my head. So it is what it is. Just can't do that. So then we're on to physical activities. Yoga or Pilates promotes relaxation and stress reduction. Walking or hiking combines gentle exercise with the mental health benefits of being in nature, which I can't do because I have a bad knee. I had a knee replacement that went bad. So I had a treadmill and it was huge and taking up a lot of room. So we ended up selling it. Whatever. Uh, Dance. I do that when nobody's looking. I'll be in the kitchen cooking and I'll sit there and dance. I'll get one of the dogs in there and dance with them. I'll pick up, one of the cats, which they absolutely hate. When I do that to them, too bad. You're my cat. I pay for your food. David cleans out your litter and gives you food. Shut up, deal with it for 5 minutes, get over it. Um, where was I? Dance releases endorphins and encourages self-expression. Swimming, a low impact exercise that can also lead to the next page. Be meditative. Meditative. Gardening connects with nature while fostering patience and focus. I have a aloe plant. It, and when I was going to replant it, it was supposed to have babies underneath, in the root. And I was outside and I had like 4 pots and I had one really huge pot for the mother. And I took it out and that's all that was the mother. I'm like, where are your babies? So I said, I think it's a boy. So I put everything to the side, planted it into the big planter, and nothing I usually grow lives. And this is actually doing quite well. As long as it has a baby every now and then coming from the middle, it means it's thriving. So for once, a plant I'm growing is alive. Um, so mindfulness and relaxation. Meditation or mindfulness practices reduces anxiety and improves focus. Adult coloring books, a calming activity that encourages concentration. I Since I was little, I can't color in between the lines. And everybody's like, so what? Just do it because, no, I'm too much of a perfectionist that if it's not in the lines, it sucks. I'm not good enough. And I get more down on myself than up for trying. That's okay. There's other things to do. And adult coloring books. Do I have to go there? I'd like to know where they sell those. Carry on. Aromatherapy or candle making can create a soothing environment. I have the aromatherapy, God, my nose, with the oil, the aromatherapy oil. I have a couple of those. Um, and instead of using the oil, I just squirt a little bit of my perfume in so then I can kind of control how smelly it gets. Because I had nose surgery, sinus surgery, and it makes me be able to smell like 200 times better than a normal person. So it has to be very light. And the oil tends to clog up the little machines. Is this really dark? Or is it because of the paper? To me, I think it's really dark. I'm going to try to, I'm always futzing with this stuff, so you're all right. I'm just going to quick try because it's really dark. There. Now I see me. So yeah, I like that. I used to do wax warmers, and then I forgot. I had to cough. I was always afraid of the animals knocking them over, or you get wax on carpet. Have fun with that. I still have them though. I should really get one up here and get it moving, dust it off, because I always really enjoyed that. I'd take pictures of the scents that I liked, so when I would go pick some up. Is it the time of night that I do this that the train goes through? I'm noticing a pattern. You might not be able to hear it, but it drives me crazy. Carry on. Puzzles, jigsaw, crossword, sudoku. Focuses the mind and introduces intrusive thoughts. My sister and I used to do those puzzles that were super long, and shorter one way but long. Uh, Starts with a P. You know what I mean. I hope. But her and I would do the puzzles, and I'll think of it before the video's over, probably. Um, but we used to do those, and then we'd take the hodgepodge, I think it's called, and we glue them together. And someday we had planned on framing them, and that never got done. But yeah, we would do a lot of puzzles, and that's when her and I had a good relationship. Unfortunately, she's the cause of a lot of my PTSD and my trauma, and I don't talk to her anymore because nobody talks to me. Anyway, social and community oriented activities. Now, they're having bingo down here, I think Saturday, and I want to go, but I don't like being in crowds. I don't like people. I have agoraphobia, where, and we don't have any bingo supplies. So it's like, I don't even know if Walmart has those. I've never really looked. But bingo is something that him and I have wanted to do. And they're just having it down here in town. And I'd like, my mind wants to go, but then there's the other part that says, why do you want to do that? They're strangers. You don't know them. They're going to be asking you questions. And I get all paranoid about that people are going to ask me questions. And it's because I'm new down here and a lot of people don't know us. So I get like super paranoid. Whatever. Okay. Joining a book club encourages social interaction and intellectual engagement. Volunteering provides purpose and connection. I used to volunteer, but that's when I was younger and dumber. Not saying volunteering is dumb. I used to do it at the Humane Society, and I was in 6th grade, and I got bit by a dog, and I didn't tell them about it because I was scared that they would blame me for it. So I had a bad experience. But later on in life, I did volunteering for animal shelters and taking pictures of the animals in the shelter and putting them on Pet Finder, if you know what that is. Their name, their description, things like that. I used to do that. And I enjoyed that quite a bit because I love animals. So that's why I had children. Um, Board games or card games, fun and interactive, often done with others. My best friend used to come over every weekend, every Saturday, and we would do card games and, different kinds of games, and we'd have a blast. But now I moved away, and she pretty much doesn't talk to me anymore. And I don't know if it's because I didn't tell her we were moving, which, yeah, might upset me too, but we really didn't tell anybody we were moving because we didn't want anybody to know. We wanted to do our thing. So, whatever. Pet care and animal training, Spending time with animals can be therapeutic. That's why I have so many, because I can talk to them. They don't judge me. They love me no matter what. I don't even have to feed them or give them treats, and they will still love me. Um, I just have, you can just talk to them, and they wag their tail as if they understand. They can tell when you're sad. They can tell when you need them. That's a guarantee. Cooking or baking with friends. I rather just cook or bake by myself because you get in my way. Um, Sensory experience that can be shared. I don't like sharing. Never did. Intellectual and educational pursuits. Learning a new language. I know French. Does that count? I'm not talking about traditional French. I'm talking about the naughty French. Stop it. Stimulates the brain and builds self-confidence. Problem is I have a memory problem, so I would learn it and forget it. They say you retain what's important and you let go what's unimportant. Well, then I forget everything. So what does that mean? I told my last he was a psychologist, and he did a memory clinic, and I told him I think I have early dementia because I forget everything. And he's like, no, no, you don't. It's just part of your mental illnesses. I'm like, all right, um, take his word for it. Intellectual and educational pursuits. I did that one. Learn a new language. Online courses or tutorials provide structure and a sense of accomplishment. And I'm not doing YouTube as a course or tutorial. I'm doing it because it gets the feelings and things like that out of my system. It gets me, it does something for me. I feel accomplishment by doing my YouTube channels. Um, I don't know what it is, but I'm like, oh, I got to go do my video. Um, it's a hobby. It's because I'm not doing it for money because I'll lose my benefits. I smell something. I don't know what it is. I told you I really could. Even I still have a stuffy nose. I get really personal, but it's your way of getting to know me and how I am. And so what? This is my channel, and I'll cry if I want to. And I have. And I don't like it. But, I wear my feelings, wear my heart on my sleeve. What you see is what you get. Hairdo and all. I need to redo my hair. But anyway, yeah. Playing strategy games like chess. Oh, hell no. That takes way, way too much concentration. That takes way too much brain power. I've never understood chess. I like checkers, but chess, no thank you. Um, Encourages focus and planning. Solo hobbies for quiet time. That's only 3 things. Like I said, this is just a list of 30 things that I found that I printed to read. Because, this is like just basics, just ideas that you go, oh, I think I could do that. I could try that. Not me, but you could. Solo hobbies for quiet time. Reading. I used to be an avid reader. My sister, my mom, and I, we would swap books. The best books to read, if you can still get a hold of them, I don't know. Because I do, uh, that's that book that's online that you can read or listen to. Um, I've done that and I really enjoy that. And I can't think of the name of it because I'm under pressure. But yeah, we used to, but the Chicken Soup for the Soul books, those have got to be the most wonderful books you could ever read. And there's so many, and they're, chicken soup for the chicken soup for the soul, for like a sister, a mother, a father, a brother. They have different ones, and they're amazing. I highly recommend them. Easy reads, very easy. Um, you can read a part and put it down until later. There's no, it's very easy reading, and it's very, if you're sensitive, you'll cry. I know I did a lot of crying when I read them because they're just so fantastic. So those ones I would definitely recommend, and there are a lot of them. If you have a library nearby, I could probably guarantee that they have them. And they have such a vast different, chicken soup for the soul for your dog. And it has to do different stories. And I can't remember if there are some poems or just some stories. I can't recall. It's been so long since I've read any of those, but they're just the most fantastic books that I've ever read, besides true crime. But we're not going to talk about that. True crime, you read that and you watch that. To me, that's just an instruction manual. So yeah, that's all. Collecting. Now, collecting is a collection, not hoarding. A collection. A collection is small. Hoarding is where your house is so full, it's to the ceiling, to the walls, to the floors. And I know a lot of people who shop and get it and put it to the side. Shop, get it, put it to the side. Never open it. And it builds up, builds up, builds up to where there's so much, then it's hoarding. You can also hoard pets. You can also hoard all sorts of things, but they're talking about collections, like maybe jewelry, coins, it says stamps, it's coins, memorabilia, baseball cards. This isn't just for women, this is just for the general public. Um, or like me, I collect otters. I collect faceless gnomes. Things like that you can have some sort of control over. Not that you get mania and you spend all your money on your collecting and then you can't pay your bills. I sound like a counselor. I don't know. It's only been 39 years that I've been going to see them. So maybe I know a thing or two. Okay. Collecting stamps, coins, memorabilia encourages focus and provides a sense of purpose. Bird watching or stargazing. Bird watching, oh my gosh, my sister and I used to be so much. I don't have a story for every one of these, but that's okay because then you can learn, and then maybe you can learn how to. This could be a how to. I should start over or make a new one of how to and go through some of these and, go through how to get started on some of these. Again, you can go to the library. Actually, you can go and Google um, your state bird or birds that migrate to your state, things like that. If you can, put out bird feeders. When it comes to hummingbirds, though, you have to watch. You can only put them out, like, I think it's May through September, or they'll freeze to death. You have to be really careful when it comes to hummingbirds. But if you have a window that's next to your chair or a place, maybe you can get a shepherd's hook and put a bird feeder on and get some cardinals or get some, lame ass birds. That was horrible because I used to be the biggest bird watcher until my ex-husband would not allow me to do that anymore because I always wanted Orioles. And you take a board, you put a nail through it, and you put an orange on it, and the Orioles come and eat the oranges, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. They're orange and black, and they're so pretty. But he's like, they bring on wasps, and he's just a whiny bitch. But anyway, that's beside the point. That's for a whole nother, not even another video, a whole nother week, a whole nother month. And I'm not even going to go there. He's a waste of my time. I love how this changes colors. I don't know if you can see it, but I can. Anyhow, that's why these videos are so long, because I have to put my 2 cents in all the time. That's what I do. So what? Okay, so we got the bird watching or stargazing. Promotes mindfulness and appreciation for the present moment. That is true. That's nice. Tech and digital hobbies. That's right up my alley. I love tech. Between my computer and my phone, um, my camcorder that I got that I have not used yet to record, because it only goes for 30 minutes, and sometimes I go over, and I don't know how to stitch 2 videos together, and I don't want to make 2 different videos. So I'm going to save that for going around and, videotaping around the house. But I'm also going to get a regular camera so I can do regular photography. And one I found at Walmart, oh my God, it was a Canon, I believe, and it was over $8,000. It was the hugest kit. It's like, holy shit. Can I borrow $8,000? Maybe I can make enough YouTube money. Not. I'm not good enough. So I do the tech and the digital hobbies. David does the video gaming, offers a sense of achievement and a way to connect with others online. I don't think he plays. He'll have his nephew or brother call him, and they have headsets, and they'll yak. That's why I hide. Blogging or vlogging can be performed. No, can be a platform for sharing experiences or creative work. I'm right here, boys and girls. I don't want boys and girls to watch this. Girls and gals and guys and men. People. People. I do this for my people. I call you my people because you watch my videos, and I hope you watch them all the way through to get, all the information that I put out. I hope you learned something, and I wish you would comment so I know whether or not you want me to do other things, whether you want me to do just your opinion or advice or anything. Just say hi. You're a goon. Tell your dryer to shut up. Can't tell a train to stop. Good luck with that. You'd be dying if you do that. Anyway, learning photography or videography editing. Not happening. I have ADD. I cannot edit. I have tried, and I thought I was smart enough to be able to do it, and I need somebody to hold my hand, and I've watched numerous videos, and I still don't get it. I still can't. Sasha, what are you doing? Come here. She'd be nosy. You don't think you could see her anyway. Sasha, knock it off. She's a golden retriever. She's 5. She's looking for something. It's probably just too hot in here. Okay, so that combines technical skills with artistic expression. I do my thumbnails, and I think I do pretty good thumbnails. I do everything. I talk about editing and the inability to do it, but then again, I talk about not wanting to do editing. I want to be raw. I want to be real. I want to be me. I want to be unique. Fuck the rest. Love ya. Miscellaneous origami or paper crafts. I can't even roll a joint. Just saying. Jeez. It's legal here where I am, by the way. A meditative activity that improves focus. Building models like Legos or airplanes, your model cars, things like that. Yeah, I'd be too busy sniffing the glue and, I'd put the bumper up on the top and it would be a hot mess. I don't have the patience for that shit. I got my zipper stuck in my jacket the other night. Oh, I was cussing and I was fussing, and because my kids used to do this right before we were about to walk out the door to take them to school, and I couldn't get that zipper undone, and I'd be so pissed off. I don't have patience. I don't. That's from having two colicky babies. I lost my patience. They're gone. So that combines creativity with problem solving. I'm good at solving other people's problems. It's not my own. So finding a hobby that aligns with personal interests and energy levels is key. It's also helpful to start small and adapt as needed to fit individual needs. Now, I knew this wasn't going to come up. It came up a little bit, but it didn't come up to the degree that I wanted it to. And I shouldn't be fucking with these papers because it's probably going to make a lot of noise with the microphone. So I'll set them to the side. Animal keeping. Get yourself a cat if you are able. If you live in an apartment, usually when it's like disability or certain kind of apartments for the disabled and things like that, they'll allow you to have one or two cats or a small dog. I used to live in an apartment complex like that, 20 apartments. You could have either one small dog or two cats, or have a bird if you can. Have take up dog walking if you're capable of that kind of activity. Um, but I encourage having a dog because if you get the right kind, you can either get a real son of a bitch, um, or like me, I'm lucky. I have Sasha. David has Stormy, and we're lucky that we have them because they're golden retrievers. They're extremely loyal, extremely smart. Um, but keeping animals of whatever kind you would be allowed to, uh, that is extremely, extremely good for your mental health. And it also, say you're like me and I'm disabled and I'm home all day. Well, I can feed her, I can brush her, I can cut her nails, I can take care of her. It gives me something to do. The other thing my collection we were talking about, I have 3 bearded dragons, working on 4. Do I really want 4? Yeah, because they're just so cool. They're something that I never had until I was 50. I started my reptile, I don't want to say collection, but my knowledge and my education of reptiles when I was 50. And I will be 53 in like 2 weeks. I'm okay with that. I don't give a shit. It's just another day. I hate my birthday. But yeah, I started reptiles. And bearded dragons need extremely large enclosures. That's where David comes in. He is bipolar. So that gives him something to do by building me the enclosures. Then I can have another bearded dragon. He already offered me another one. We were by the pet store. He's like, do you want me to stop? I'm like, no. Well, I can, build it. No, not quite yet. He's like, just wait till summer when I can be out in the garage where it's warm. Today was like 51 Fahrenheit. And it was nice out. And we gave the dogs a bone, and left them outside for quite some time. They're happy. Happy-go-lucky puppies. Nothing greater than a happy puppy. Anyway, I hope you find your hobby. If you do any hobbies that I did not mention, drop it in the comments below. I would love to know what you do that wasn't mentioned. These are all kind of vague in a way. There's so many things out there that you can do. Sewing, which I'm really bad at, but shopping, if you can afford it. But there's so many different things that if you're capable, horseback riding. But for me, my hobbies are pressure cooking, my animals, my cats, my dogs, my bearded dragons, my YouTube channels, um, my oil diffusers. I'm going to get my wax warmers, reading the obituaries. I don't know if that's a hobby or an obsession. It's more of an obsession. I have my reasons. Nagging, bitching. No. I really don't have a whole lot. But I guess, being online, a little bit of Facebook, I've tried to pull away from that because it's just drama and crap. But shopping is definitely one for both of him and I because we're bipolar. So, well, I hope you let me know what your hobbies are or what you have, what your hobby is. I like electronics. He likes console. I'm up here. He's down there. All is great with the world. Um, Such a smart ass, but better than being a dumbass. So if you wouldn't mind, if you enjoyed this video or any of my other videos, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe so I could grow my channel because it makes me feel really happy and really loved. And who doesn't want to feel that way? I know I do. So I hope you have a fantastic weekend and I will catch you in the next one.